All right, warm welcome to everybody listening in tonight's MadApes AMA with Maine. We're joined here by Scott and by Fried Goat. They're going to tell us all about this wonderful project. Why don't you guys start us off with an introduction about yourself and the team so everybody knows what we're getting into here, who we're speaking with tonight, your background experiences, and what kind of task or position you cover within the team.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us, mate, to start with, and thanks to everyone that's joined. My name's Scott. I've been in the space since 2016. My X handle is Scott Leo Warrior. I've helped a lot of projects, well, hundreds of projects in the past, marketing, doing AMAs, etc. A bit like what you guys do. And yeah, we made a project in September. We had a little pre-sale of 30 ETH, and we sold out in about 8 seconds. We started at about 72k market cap, and yeah, we're about 500k market cap at the moment. But we had a lot of issues with ETH gas. Like people were paying like $100 to stake, and $100 to buy and sell. So we recently migrated to BSC, which we'll get into shortly, and it's going really well, to be honest. I think we launched a few days ago, and everyone's happy so far. So yeah, that's basically an intro.
Okay, sounds good. Goat, you want to give an intro to yourself as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've been dabbling in crypto since about 2016 as well, with Dogecoin and a bit of Bitcoin here and there. But I was never really seriously into it until, the big bull run in 2020. And yeah, that's where I met Scott, and we got on really well. And I just think he's an amazing guy who really puts his all into his work and stuff, and that's how I got into Maine. So I've been helping him with AMAs and just generally speaking tasks on the project and stuff. But absolutely believe in the project. I love it to bits, and yeah, just looking forward to where it's going to go in the future.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, well, I mean, your guys' background is kind of also giving like a hint to where this project is going from what I've seen so far. Yeah, but Scott, can you give us like an introduction to the project, what we're getting into here, what Maine is about?
Yeah, so basically we're a marketing token, and how it works is, we work with a lot of projects or big projects we partnered with, such as Tecton, PropChain. We're partnered with about 10, 15 projects. And how it is, when people pay for promotions, such as a lot of people pay you, we use that funds to buy back the tokens and burn. We actually burned, I think, about 34% of the supply on ETH. And we will be burning them on BSC. As you can see, the pink lock is about 38%. Every 2 weeks, 2% unlock, and they'll be burned until we get to the 34% supply burn. Since we launched on BSC, I think 3 or 4 days, well, a couple of days ago now, we've already bought back 4% of the supply, which we burnt 1 million tokens yesterday, which is 1%. We added 500,000 tokens into our staking protocol, which you can earn 30% APY. And we've already got about 16 or 17% staked within the first few days. So basically, all the tokens that are in pink lock are going to be used to burn and for staking. I think we've raised 200 BNB in 1 second on pink sale. And since then, all the pre-salers we've been watching have actually gone from the project, thank God. So now we can start building upwards. And yeah, that's basically it. But what makes us different is, a lot of projects, you can't go into their Telegram group and speak about other projects. We actually welcome that. So anyone that's part of Maine and projects in general are welcome into our room to discuss their projects, because we believe teamwork makes dreams work. So, work together with projects and they help you in the return.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool narrative, it's a cool idea. Can you kind of we will go into details in a bit here what exactly you can do and what you offer, but can you kind of walk us through your journey so far? I mean you launched on Eve. When did that happen? Like maybe start us off with where the idea just came from, when that all started, and yeah, the big milestones that you had so far in your journey.
Yeah, certainly. I'll be honest. I actually broke my leg last August, and I just had an idea because I've been in the space, for a long time, and this is what I do for a living, marketing and stuff like that. So I thought it would be nice to have this token and bring the community together. So as I said, we just had this idea of sharing. When we do promotions, we buy back the token and burn. So we launched, I think it was September, I think it was the 22nd or 24th. And like I said, we had an idea. We sold out within 8 seconds. We launched the next day. I think we launched at 72k market cap. We went up to about 1.2 million. And we like hovered around 500, 600k for quite a while. The thing that was really holding us back is like fees. As with a lot of people, they don't want to be paying $60, $70 in gas just to buy like $50 worth of tokens and stuff like that. Because our community, we have got a big community, and a lot of people was complaining about the gas fees for staking and stuff like that. So that's why we had the idea of migrating to BSC. So I think it was last week we obviously we done a quick pre-sale which sold out in literally 1 second, as I said, and then we've migrated everyone over to BSC, and we're just currently waiting for CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap to change our contracts over. The BSC contract's already showing on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, but we just need the ETH one taken out, so the price will show obviously what it actually is. We've applied for that. We've paid for the fast track for CoinMarketCap, so it should be showing very shortly.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean the fee situation on ETH is really painful, but they want to bring an update in like 2 days, a really big one, Deacon update. Let's see if that changes anything. I have my doubts, to be honest, but I think it's a good thing that you went over to BSC.
The thing about ETH is every year they say there's going to be an update that will decrease the fees.
And they go up.
Yeah, and eventually they do go up. But at the start of the main journey, the fees weren't too bad. Obviously, we were in a bear market, and obviously it's a scaling issue, isn't it? When things start kicking off, the gas fees go higher, and obviously at this point, it was the solution was obviously to migrate to BSC to make the token more accessible and to make trading less painful than on ETH.
Yeah, of course.
Not just that. It was obviously with the staking, people were paying like $100 to stake. It wasn't viable because obviously to claim your reward you have to pay for the gas. To compound your reward you have to pay for the gas. Whereas on BSC now, it literally costs you about 30 cents to stake. And if you want to compound your rewards, it costs you like 30 cents, 40 cents. Whereas on ETH, it was costing over $100. So it just made sense, to be honest. I do believe BSC is going to have another run. As you can see, it's gone up to over $500. And it is the biggest exchange in the world, Binance. So I do believe when the retail investors come in, we're going to see a big run on BNB.
Yeah, I think so too. BNB has crazy pumps. I think, what is it like this week? 30%, 25%. I mean, holy shit, that thing is going bananas. I mean, it's in the top 10, I think, the one with the most. And no, Shiba is a bit above that, but okay, it's fucking Shiba, so let's not count that in. But no, it's honestly crazy. I mean, Bitcoin also on new all-time high. Stuff is definitely going in the right direction. But just out of curiosity, why did you choose for BSC and not Solana?
Basically, I do like Sol, but like I just said to you, I do believe BSC is going to have another run. And I know people always say BSC is full of scam projects, but out of my knowledge, there's a lot of scam projects everywhere, especially on Sol. Do you know what I mean? And even ETH, there's scam projects everywhere. I do think BSC obviously was known for scam projects in the past, mainly due to cheap fees and stuff. But you're going to get that everywhere. And like I just said to you, when retail investors come into the space, they're not going to want to pay $100 to trade on Uniswap. I say $100. I paid back in the last bull run. I think I paid $400 for a transaction. So I do think it's a lot more accessible for normal people, normies that are going to come into the space. Where if you come into the space and then you went to make a trade and it was going to charge you more in gas than the tokens you were going to receive, you just unless you're like in the space for a long time and understand how fast things can go up, you're going to think to yourself, oh, this needs to go up 2 times before I even get my investment back. So that's one of the main reasons we've done it, to be honest, mainly due to gas fees, and to make it more accessible for a lot of people. Because I've got like a big support group following on X, and I had that many messages saying I really want to join Main, but I can't afford the gas fees and stuff like that. And it just made sense, mate. That's basically.
Yeah, no, makes sense for sure. All right, cool. Well then, yeah, let's take a bit of a deeper dive into Main. What exactly you offer in detail? What kind of utilities you bring to the table? So yeah, take us through all the details.
Yeah, so basically we offer AMAs, marketing features, and like I said, we partnered with quite a few big names already. And how it works is we use the promotion money to buy back the tokens and burn. So basically, how it works is when we're doing AMA, say for example, we charge $500 or $1,000, whatever it is, that goes into the marketing wallet, and then we buy back strategically and burn the tokens. As I said, since September, I think we've burnt 33 or 33.7% of the whole supply. And it's just going to grow on BSC, because obviously I think we've got about $55,000 in the marketing wallet from it already. And as I said, we've bought back 4% of the supply in the last few days. So yeah, basically that's how it works. There's 5% buy and sell tax, and that tax is used to buy back and burn tokens as well, and 1% goes to liquidity. We have a staking which people can stake and earn 30% APY, and we're actually speaking with developers to bring more utility into Main itself, because we work with a lot of projects who they need marketing but they haven't got the funding. So how we're going to work it is we're going to offer people marketing, and they can offer us utilities on their projects, such as add Main into their features and stuff like that. I'm already speaking to quite a few people, but it's just finding the right projects to actually implement it into.
I think a good way to put it, because I think Scott is one of the hardest working people in crypto that I know. He literally barely sleeps. He's constantly going. But I like to think of Main as it's an investment into Scott himself, really, like his marketing business. I think that's the sort of the best way to look at it, and because the money that obviously comes through in the marketing, like when we do AMAs and things like that, goes straight back into the project, and I think that's a great way to look at it, as like an extension of Scott and Scott's marketing business.
Yeah, that's a very nice take on it. No, I mean it's definitely a unique kind of approach to it, but if you think about it, really makes sense. And I mean the taxes as well sound really bullish with the buybacks. You have some deflationary systems in there. I mean, you told us in the beginning as well what 30% was burned on ETH. You're aiming to do the same on BSC now. I mean, that's a very cool approach to it. And if somebody would inquire about your services, how would that, is there like a website, or does he just DM you, or how does that work?
Yeah, so basically, I work with a lot of projects and a lot of call groups, a lot of marketing for people anyway. So they come to me. either through Telegram or X, or obviously the main Telegram group. I think since we launched, we've done over 50 AMAs. I think we've partnered with about 15 different projects. But yeah, we do quite a few AMAs. The last week or so, it's been a bit quieter because I've been concentrating on migrating to BSC. But now everything's going smooth. The whole what I'm going to be doing now is just finding partners and projects all the time, and that's how, because it is like a one-man band. I've got a few really good people behind me helping me with websites and stuff like that. But it is like my projects, and I am, the one that goes out and finds all the partners and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I've been concentrating on the migration, which has gone very well. The price has actually gone up. I think on ETH it was 0.08, and I think we're sitting at just over 1.5 cents now. So it's going well. We've increased, the holders have increased quite drastically since we moved to BSC, which is good. We had a lot more smaller holders, which I like to see. You don't want someone holding a lot of your token. Do you know what I mean? It can be good in one way, but if they sell, it's not good. So I always like to have the holders diverse and stuff like that. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, sounds good. Sounds like you have a lot going on. Migration obviously takes some time and takes a lot of work, but in the end, it's going to definitely help you out, go in the right direction. We already talked a bit about the token and the tokenomics, so you want to quickly sum it up with like token distribution, total supply, these kind of things?
Yeah, certainly, mate. So basically, we had. I'll quickly run down on the BSC side. As I said, we had a pre-sale on Pink Sale. It was last week, and as I said, it sold out in 1 second. We watched all the pre-salers, and they've actually all of them have sold. It looked like it was. I'll be honest, it actually looked like it was just like a few bots that actually got in, and there was only 42 people that managed to get in on the BSC side. We've been monitoring all of this, and every single one of them are out now. So we know that like all the people that just joined to try and make a quick flip, they're out. So we can concentrate on actually pushing it up now. Basically, the tokenomics work 5% buy, 5% sell, 4% goes to the marketing for buybacks, burns, and obviously marketing. 1% is injected into the liquidity on every buy and sell. You can ask anyone in the main group. All the taxes have been used for trending, buybacks. As I said, we bought back 4.4%, and we burnt 1% of them yesterday, which is worth $17,000. And we've still got 3.3%, which we'll be, using accordingly for staking, burning. Obviously, we do a lot of community incentives. So people who are active in the main chat, we've actually got our own bot called Crowd Ninja, and we do a lot of sort of airdrops. And for people that are working hard to help the project, we reward the community.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and there you're getting already into my next question, the community. Obviously, that is a huge thing for every project. Like the number one focus, I think, for most projects out there is to have the community happy. And yes, so for me, always important to understand is, what can people expect when they join the community? With the marketing that you're doing with this AMA, you have a lot of new eyes on the project and a lot of new people joining. So what can they expect? What's going on? Competitions, rating? What can they generally expect and get out of joining your group?
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be honest, we've got really active community. They're amazing people. A lot of them have been there since the launch, and I've actually known a lot of them before that. We've got people like Alan Rogers, who's actually invested in Maine. Mando's invested, Einstein, and a few others. So basically, we have got a strong community anyway. And how it works is when we help another project with AMAs and promotions and stuff, that automatically gives us marketing anyway, because their community join our community. And it's like a win-win for Maine, really, because we're helping other projects, but then their community see how much we help them. So a lot of them do join into Maine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, and sorry, I had a question that I forgot about it, but yeah,
It's all
then
right.
I'll
I was
guess.
going to just basically Scott mentioned Crowd Ninja there, which is our bot, which is custom built by one of our devs, Dougie's. He's great, and basically Crowd Ninja is amazing. It's there's lots of functionality on there, and we also have like our own sort of games room for the community and stuff, where there's loads of different games that you can use. It's got its own currency on there basically, and you can swap main into this currency and then play games in the games room, which is pretty good.
Yeah, we've got like an arcade room where the community can join together. There's different games called like dice, and there's loads of different games. And what we're going to do once everything's smooth, we'll be doing competitions for prizes in main and just engage the community.
Yeah, I think that was also mentioned on your website, right? With like main arcade live now. I think I read that somewhere. That is probably what that's pointing towards, right?
Yeah, so basically, we did have it where people could play with main at the start, but people were losing their tokens and stuff, and we didn't want that. We didn't want people losing their money, so we've actually set up a free currency. You can't trade it or anything. It's just like a fun token, but we can give prizes in main for the people that are top on the leaderboard and stuff. But we just didn't want people playing with their own token, and gambling their own token, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, of course. No, very, very cool approach to it. It's you're not a gambling project or a casino project, so put an emphasis on that and create that. It's pretty cool. Is that like a token you deployed and just people can just press somewhere and they get sent those tokens, or how does that work?
No, it's not a token on the blockchain. It's literally just in the bot. So it's
It's
not
literally
tradable.
just a point system, pretty much.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
like people can burn main to get Kuno. There's something called a forge. And when you burn main, you get the play token. So you're not gambling with your like main tokens, but if you want extra gaming tokens, you can burn your main to try and win on the bit leaderboard.
Oh no, that's a very cool system to it, I think. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Then, yeah, my next question would be about competitors in the space. Are there any projects that you look at as a direct competitor or anything in that direction, or just more focused on their own work?
No, that's what I believe is the best thing about us. We don't try and compete with anyone. We actually welcome every project into because we want more projects in Maine. So we don't look at anyone as competitors. We literally want everyone to appreciate us, and obviously we help them and they help us. We don't ever compete with anyone. We've got no needs. Our token doesn't compete with anyone.
Okay, simple question to the simple answer to the simple question. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to hear about that, but for you, I mean, it makes more sense to, yeah, like you said, not compete. You welcome every project. Yeah, cool. I mean, coming to the marketing question, I mean, we already talked a bit about it, that the project is kind of marketing itself by the services that you offer. But if you want to sum it up, like what's going on generally in the direction, is it really just the organic marketing, or have you got anything more going on? Is there anything planned for the future?
Yeah, so basically, like I said, we've already got a few big calls who are actually my friends. They don't actually charge me. They're actually just part of the community, like Alan Rogers and Mando and stuff like that. So we've already got some big names involved. As I said before, AMAs and stuff like that bring in different people because they hear us. Like in every AMA, like we explain what we do, and then obviously the projects get into what they do. Obviously, we do the basics like trending. Like at the moment, we're trending on BSC trending. We've actually confirmed a partnership with PAL AI. We're going to be using their bot, and they're going to do some cross marketing. But what we're actually waiting for is CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap to update. Obviously, like I just said, we migrated, and the price isn't showing correctly at the moment because it's showing correctly if you go onto PancakeSwap, but if you go onto CoinGecko, it's showing wrong because the ETH contract's still showing. So we applied for that on Thursday. to update to just the BSC contract. So once that's all done, I've already spoke to the PAL AI, and we'll be announcing that as soon as the chart is updated.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, then I have just about one question left, and that is about the next big goals that you have in mind. Maybe if both of you could answer that question out of like a personal view, I think that would be a good point.
Basically, I've always said from the start to everyone, this is like a long-term project for me. The goals are just to grow the community. Obviously, we want the price to go up, like any project wants it to go up. We want to increase the holder counts by organic marketing, but obviously we will do other marketing as well. But like you said before, community is the main driving for any project, in my opinion. You can have as much utility. Projects with huge utility do crap because there's no community. So basically, the main thing is to get the community engaged, build our community, and then, with a good community, that's all that matters.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, sounds good. Goat, you want to give some input on that as well?
I was literally just going to go back to the marketing stuff. I was because I didn't want to speak over anybody. So, but if I could just quickly jump back to the marketing
Yeah,
side
sure,
of things.
sure.
And I was going to say that we've got 0% buy tax on at the moment, haven't we, Scott?
Yeah, so the 0% buy tax will be we're actually doing an event at the moment, and every buy over $25 enters you into a raffle which is going live right now. I think we've actually had about 1,500 entries so far. So yeah, basically every $25 buy enters you into our Crowd Ninja raffle, which is going to be drawn in I think about 7 or 8 hours, and it's all randomly automated by Crowd Ninja. And I think the prize is about 0.25 BNB for 5 people. So that'll be
Yeah,
drawn
see,
later today.
this is part of it. A lot of marketing stuff is into promotions and things and competitions that, biggest buy competitions. Our custom made bot has, all these different functionalities and makes it exciting to actually invest. So, anyone who's here who does want to invest, we're on 0 buy tax at the moment. It's the perfect time.
I just want to say, even if you're listening now and you don't want to invest, that's absolutely fine. But you can still join our community and speak about your projects in our room. Like we don't make people invest to be part of Main. Obviously, we welcome everyone into the community, so don't feel like you can't join the Telegram. Even if you can't afford to invest, you're more than welcome to join into the blitzes and strikes that we do, which gives you can become part of Main without actually buying, as long as you're an active member of the community. we always reward active people. So if you're struggling for money and stuff like that, and you want to be part of a community, feel free to join us. You don't have to invest.
I just started talking while being muted. It's happening to me. No, but everybody in here, you heard it. Go over there, check it out, leave some love for MadApes in their group. And with that being said, I'm pretty much done with my questions. If you guys are up for it, I would say we take like 3 or 4 community questions here before we end it. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, of course, mate.
Perfect. All right. So for everybody that's new here, if you want to ask a question, you can simply raise your hand here on voice chat or send that to the chat. I'll try to read through as many as possible. We're going to kick things off with a question here in voice chat from Tommy. Go for it, buddy.
Sure. Thank you so much, everybody. Hey guys, to have you on MadApes. I've been a part of your community for a while, and just know that you have promoted so many base projects, like the thing MadApes doing. It's like a suggestion, but will there be something like a rating or ranking system to like score those projects by like a bot or like a dashboard in the website for those specific projects?
Sorry, what do you mean? Like the projects that we do AMAs with?
Yeah, for example, if you promote them in like a week ago, can you do something like a dashboard to like the specific market cap or liquidity? I mean, they like earned after the AMA or anything like that to help other projects to help like you know help
Insert
them to.
kind of that direction to me.
Oh, that's an interesting idea, actually. So what he means, Scott, is to have like a dashboard on the website, which would, list partners or people that we've had our AMAs with, which would give like their stats and stuff, so people would be able to see, um, you know, about their project. So it basically be an extra section on the website. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I can speak to Douglas and Alex about that. Obviously, we don't endorse people buying every project we do AMAs with, just like MadApes doesn't. Do you know what I mean? So unless we're partnered with them, I don't think that would be viable, because obviously AMAs are just to give people a platform. MadApes isn't telling you to buy Main now; they're just giving us a platform. So I think it would work if it was a partnered project such as Tectum or PropChain, or a project that we're actually partnered with. But I just don't think it would be viable for just projects we do AMAs with.
Yeah, that makes sense. Great, great stuff. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Finbody.
Thank you.
No.
All right, cool. Next question is coming here from Chad from Loba, and he's asking about, do you have a 40% token allocation for community rewards and incentives? He's just wondering about if that is really just tied to the games, or if there is any other ways to earning those rewards, like events and so on.
Nah, the 38% isn't for community incentives. That's for the burn. Obviously, when we launched the token, we had we locked them. So every 14 days, 2% will be unlocked, and they're actually going to be burnt every 2 weeks. We buy back tokens from the market for community incentives. As I said, the ETH side burnt 33.7%. So we're going to be mimicking that onto the BSC side. So every 2 weeks, the 2% that unlock from Pink Lock are actually going to be burnt.
Okay, then I probably misunderstood that, but thank you for the answer and for the question. Anyway, next question here in voice chat from Nilu.
Hi.
Hey, Nilu.
Thanks for opportunity. My question is, you have done a migration from ETH to BSC, but firstly, I want to know why you didn't want to have a main on both chains to get better volume. Also, your light paper and your CoinGecko listing are still not updated, and you're showing your previous ETH token detail, which need to be updated.
Yeah, I did mention that earlier. We've actually already applied for that on Thursday. Obviously, we're already on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. We've already put the requests in. Obviously, they don't work weekends, so hopefully that will be sorted sometime this week. Obviously, we paid CoinMarketCap for fast track, so we're hoping they do it quite fast for us. CoinGecko we applied for on Thursday, so obviously we're just waiting for them to update it now. What was the other question? Sorry.
The first part was about why you didn't choose to just be live on both chains, like just create like a bridge and launch main as well on BSC and have it running on ETH and BSC.
That was actually our first option to do that. We was going to do that, but we had a community vote, and we just all decided it would be better to go onto BSC. So.
Great, I totally got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, I think this is a good point to end it for tonight. First, I want to say a big thank you to you guys, for taking the time and joining us here. Is there any closing remarks you'd like to say here at the end before we close it off?
Yeah, just thanks so much for having us, mate. It's been a pleasure to work with you and obviously Titan. Anyone that wants to check out more, but we're active all the time. You can ask anyone in the Telegram group. I'm probably the most active founder in the space. People ask me questions, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Same with the migration. Every time someone's tried to migrate, I've done it within 10 minutes. And basically, anyone that wants to find out any more, just jump over to the Telegram. As I said, you don't have to be invested to be part of the main. You can come over and speak about the projects you're in. If you're a project owner, feel free to come over and speak about your projects and, you know, introduce yourself.
Perfect. Goat, anything from your side as well?
Yeah. Can you hear me? My phone's
Yeah,
playing
we
up.
can hear you.
Okay, yeah. I was just going to say, Finn, thanks very much for being a great host. And to anyone in here, you know, come over to our community, join us, come have fun, you know, bask in the incentives and rewards, and you know, just join us. Yeah, that's it, really. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the kind words, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time and joining. And obviously, a big thank you to everybody that has been listening in. We have 5 more AMAs today, so this is, I think, the busiest day we ever had on the AMA section. So 12 p.m.,
Wow.
2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. UTC. Would love to see all of you in the coming AMAs as well. With that being said, once again, a big thank you for everybody that has been listening in. Make sure to check out Main, get over there, leave some love for MadApes in the group. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate.